step one is, what do you want? Why do you want to exit? Right? Are you happy? Are you not happy? What's on the other side of that? Right? So it's really just called a discovery process of asking a lot of questions. I was told a story. I got a business owner that worked with that exited, and I think he exited mainly because of the stress of like payroll management and how it impacted his personal like cash flow and income throughout the year. Um, Great guy, great business, really good business owner, and uh, I think it could have been solved just through hiring a good fractional CFO, honestly, or just like it would have significantly reduced the stress, and maybe he would have hung on for a few more years or something like that. So, you have a good discovery process. You kind of elicit those things, and you help figure them out. Or maybe one partner wants to sell, but another one doesn't. Right? It's like these are
Yeah.
just conversations. Um, and then, but let's say like selling is it. So then the next part is get a evaluation, not so like an official valuation that's going to hold up in court, but we want to have some sense of value. We want to start getting your personal financial plan in place, right? We want to make sure that you have the right support to actually start driving towards that exit. So, are you hiring an official exit planner? It could be some sort of business consultant. It could be, the answer could be financial. So it's like, get that CFO in place. Maybe your sales aren't great, so we find some sort of like sales consultants or whatever it is, right? It's like we kind of figure it out what the need is, and part of my job is to help refer the right person, or give you some options, or kind of circle, okay, this is it, right? That's the next one. Um, but it's really just finding that one thing you can implement this quarter, right? Because you're already so busy, and it's like, so what can we do this one quarter? We get past that, next 90 days start. What's the next thing we can do? And so you're kind of working on the personal side while you work on the business side. And the idea is at some point, whether you're talking to M&A consultants or whatever, at some point it's actually going to go on market.
Yeah. Well, I think that's very wise because you know uh, you might think, okay, well, there's 1,000 things to do, but the bandwidth, the time that you have to do them and to do them well, you can do a bunch of stuff, you're not going to do it well, is really limited. And you got to run the business too. For most owners, they're not just getting a check every once a month or once a quarter or whatever it is. They're showing up, and so that kind of 90-day mentality to fix what's going on or what you're going to focus on and fix that. And I love that you brought up fractional CFOs because they seem to get slept on a lot, and a lot of owners really need them. It's not to hate on CPAs or bookkeepers or not to hate on people. It's just saying that there is a need for more small businesses probably to have fractional CFOs in their suite of people that they're contracting out or whatever. Probably don't need a full time CFO, but they probably definitely need a fractional CFO. I would say, I don't know, 70-80% of all the owners I talk to probably need one. Like they probably need one. I don't know what you're, maybe higher. I'm trying to be generous here, but probably higher than that actually. So I mean, what percentage would you say need a fractional CFO? And it's not like I'm pitching. I don't do that, so it's not like I'm pitching the
No,
service. I'm
yeah,
curious.
we don't offer that. We do some like one-off cash flow consulting, but we don't offer that either. But no, I think most. Now, no, it's going to depend on the revenue flowing through your business. But there's a level where you need maybe some quarterly support, um, and that might be able to just like tack on to your tax team, for example, of just kind of helping you think through the books and review your P&L and L and stuff. And then I think there's a level where you need monthly support, and it's just where the complexity justifies it. Maybe a few million in revenue, 5 million plus in revenue. Um, and at some point you might need a controller, right? That's kind of another level of revenue or type of business. But what I like about the fractional CFO, and I actually like using this like strategic CFO, because it's not someone just doing your books or updating spreadsheets. It's really helping you think through your business, right? Run projections, match actuals to those projections. Where were we right? Where are we wrong? Think through hiring decisions. Think through spending decisions. Really track the different, high leverage ratios I would say, like what actually matters to this business. If you have inventory, there's all kinds of great things to track to manage your inventory and cash flow that way. So um, yeah, no, we're huge advocates of fractional CFOs, and what I like about them, the good ones, is I think they're kind of like us as planners in the sense that they're forward looking. Most professionals, the way their profession works is it's looking at a legal document and creating a great legal document. It's making sure last year's taxes are now filed for and tracked correctly and all that stuff. Uh, you need those people on your team. You also need people who are looking forward and helping you look forward, and that's invaluable. And I think a good fractional CFO does that well.